Sexual allegations at work can have an understandably severe impact on both the individuals involved and the wider workplace too. These types of allegations can be made against colleagues, supervisors or managers, and can also include harassment, assault or indeed discrimination in and of itself. Now, the UK has laws to protect individuals from sexual harassment and discrimination in the workplace, and these are codified in the main in the Equality Act 2010 and the Protection from Harassment Act 1997. These laws protect employers from allowing harassment of discrimination, or discrimination rather, to take place in the workplace, and require employers to take steps to prevent that from happening as well. Now, where an employee makes an accusation of sexual harassment or discrimination, the employer has a legal duty to investigate this properly, fairly, and confidentially as well. This includes taking all the necessary steps to gather evidence, interviewing all the relevant parties, and taking appropriate action if the allegations are found to be true. Employees who make allegations of sexual harassment or discrimination have the right to be protected against retaliation from their employer or their colleagues. Employers are also prohibited from taking any kind of adverse action against an employee who may make an accusation of sexual harassment or discrimination too. If an employee is found to have engaged in sexual harassment or discrimination, the employer is responsible for taking the appropriate action, and that typically is disciplinary action. That can include things like terminating the employment, suspension or demotion, or some other kind of disciplinary action, including a formal written warning on that individual's personnel file. It's also important to note that employees who are found to have made false allegations of sexual harassment or discrimination can also face disciplinary action too. Employers should ensure that all investigations are carried out fairly and impartially, but certainly promptly, and any accusations have got to be taken seriously and investigated appropriately. It's also important for employers to create a culture where employees feel comfortable bringing any allegations or reporting any incidents of sexual harassment or discrimination. And it's also important for employers to have policies that can be easily found and followed by employees in this regard too. And indeed, training where necessary. But it's equally important for employers to create a common understanding that those who are accused of sexual harassment or discrimination will not be immediately treated as criminals. The reality is that there may be false allegations made against co-workers too, and there's a separate video to deal with this on the YouTube channel. So do get in touch if you or someone you know may need advice in this particular arena. Details on the screen, and you're welcome to get in touch.